Hi everybody and welcome back to some more racing here on this channel. This is KPG-GOONER here, and in today's video we are back on Ducati 90th anniversary, and we're going to be carrying on with this walkthrough. So we're going to get straight back into the tour events, and I think we're still in the 1970s tour, and we're going to do a few more races. I think we're going to do some more on this 900cc Super Sport. I think we've got a couple more to do, and we've unlocked the 80s now, but we want to get a few of these done first, so we will do, which one should we do? Oh, there's quite a few to do on this one, and so that involves a bike I haven't got yet, I don't think. So there's a massive championship there, 3 races, so there's quite a lot of races to do. So that's select, let's do this one. And I think I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go with the 900 Super Sport, because I think that bike's a bit too slow, I think. Because they're mixed in the race, I don't think it's going to stand up against the Super Sport. So we'll stick with the Super Sport. Let's get into the next race. So here we go. Also guys, I just want to say a quick thank you to all of you guys that supported this channel so far. There's lots coming up over the next few months. We've got Valentino Rossi the game next week, MotoGP 16. We're going to be doing a full walkthrough on this game, plus we're still doing MXGP2 and all the other racing games. There's so much coming up in the future. I hope you stick with this channel and keep liking the videos and keep commenting. I really appreciate it. So let's get straight into this race. Now this is on a circuit. I can't quite remember this one, but hopefully I'll get in the swing of things. Let's get straight into this race and hopefully get some more medals. Right, so here we go with this race, and there's one thing I don't like about this Super Sport. The acceleration isn't that great, and I've noticed that the Panther 500cc Ducati seems to be quite quick off the mark, but it lacks that top end, and I think that's the reason in the last race on this bike that none of the 500cc bikes finished in the top 5, but I'll stick with this one. Hopefully we can get some more medals. We want to try and at least get in the top 3 so we can move on to the next race, but let's just try and get a good start. I've got to try and remember this circuit. I don't think this is a very long circuit, but it's quite windy, country roads again. I'm looking forward to some circuit racing. Probably not on this bike. God, I did really had to turn it in. Now I haven't adjusted any of the settings on this bike. I'm going to hit that. God, I almost went straight into the barrier. Now this doesn't turn in quite as well as I would like. If I can't win the race straight away and get in the top 3, I might have to make a few adjustments and go again. But let's just see if we can stick with the leading riders. Let's try and get nice and tight into this corner. But when you slow down in the bike, oh God, I almost hit the back of that bike then. It doesn't accelerate very well. It's only good once it gets going. So let's just try and keep it at a top speed and try and pull away from the rest of the group behind me. So we're sitting in P5. That's not bad so far. Just try and get a lap underneath our belt. Just remember the circuit, and then hopefully we can start pushing this bike even more. Come try and get nice and tight into that corner there. Right, I'm starting to remember this one. This is one of the first road circuits that I had a go on when I played Ride. I'm just starting to remember it now. God, it really tight through that section. A bit of sparks there as I just caught the barrier. I've got to be careful I don't do that. I'm going to lose a lot of speed through there. Let's try and get nice and tight into that corner. Lost it in there slightly. God dear, look, I'm just pulling out slightly. I can't turn in very well. This is when you have to alter the suspension and maybe just adjust the preload so you can get because it's not steering enough. It's understeering quite a lot, but we're managing to get a decent speed through there. Can we go around the outside? Oh, I don't know whether we're going to be able to turn it in. Let's try and hold it. I'm going to go into the fence. Just managing to slow down and turn it in. And they've caught up again. But we've gained 1 place. Let's see if we can just hold this over at the end of the first lap. And see if we can push it into the second lap. We're not doing bad so far. Come on, can we get right up the backside of that bike? Yes, we managed to get past him. So we're into P3. Right, let's get into the slipstream of these two. And just try and push them as much as we can on this lap. Now we know the circuit. Can we get up the inside here? Can we? Oh, this is going to be a risk. I need to slow down. Yes, just managing. Don't you dare touch that back wheel, you. Let's try and turn into this one. We've got to slow down again. God, dear, we just lost a bit of speed, and again I've hit the barrier. They forced me really tight in there, and a few sparks come out. Luckily I didn't lose it there, and I'm back into P3. I need to get a better line through that section. I seem to lose a lot of time, but let's see if I can just get in behind them before this next slow corner, because they really slow down into this corner, and hopefully I can take advantage. Right, let's just try and slow down. Oh God, I'm not going to slow down enough. God dear, really had to slow down right down to almost 50 miles an hour. Let's try and go on the outside this time. Don't go on the gravel. Yes, just managing to pull it back, but definitely not as stable as I would have liked it. I definitely might have to go again, because I can see myself crashing in a minute if I don't slow down into these corners. Right, slow down, slow down, slow down. Let's get nice and tight. That was a bit better. Right, let's get into the slipstream. Let's see if we can go through this section this time a little bit quicker and try and avoid hitting the barrier. Get a nice line through there so you can go right through there. That's nice and quick. Nearly 130 miles an hour through there. Right, slow down. Let's try and get a nice tight line through here and see if we can catch them. God dear, it's really, really difficult to gain any time on them. I'm really struggling. Almost 100 mile an hour around that corner and I'm still not catching them, but they seem to slow down into this next left-hander. This is where I'm going to have to take advantage. We've only got one more lap. Let's see if we can get nice and tight. Yes, can we get it nice and tight? Oh God, just made contact with that bike and managed just to budge him out of the way, and I'm up to P2. Can I get this one as well on this corner? Yes, I managed to take him in that corner. Right, I'm into first place. Now I've just got to hold it for a lap. Now that's not going to be easy because now I'm leading the race. They're going to be following my lines. So just got to make sure they don't go up the inside of me. Right, so coming up to the finish line, and we've got one more lap. So here we go, and we were 2.4 seconds quicker on that lap. Let's see if we can improve again. We've got to keep looking at that split time to see where we're improving. Right, let's get tight into there. Don't lose it there because we hit the barrier on a previous lap. Right, slow down into this corner. Try and get it nice and tight, nice line, and then flip it over into this left-hander. Now that's a bit better. I think that felt a bit quicker. Hopefully that is quicker once we look at the split time and see if we've improved. Yes, over a second. That is awesome. So we've improved on the final lap, and that's what we needed, especially if we want to pull away from those other bikes where we've got to slow down. Don't lose the back end. Just try and take a nice line gently. Just hold that speed and then gradually press the accelerator. Yes, just trying to open the throttle just as you get the decent line so you don't lose it. And we're getting up to speed now. Hopefully we can hold this. We're managing to pull away slightly. Let's see if we're faster at the next split point. Come on, can we just get into that corner? Don't lose it. God, you really have to pull it in. We've improved almost to 1.5 seconds now, so we really are flying on this last lap, and this is brilliant. Hopefully we can get all 3 medals in this first race. I think we may do in this video today, we may do another race on this Super Sport, and then we're going to try one of the other bikes in one of the other races, maybe a circuit race. Try and mix it up. Let's see if we can get nice and tight into this corner. Come on, don't lose it now. We've lost a little bit of time, but still over a second quicker than our previous lap, which is a massive improvement. Starting to get used to this bike. It's all right once it gets going. It's just when you slow down in the lower gears, sort of like through third and fourth gear, don't seem to be very good. That's where you have to alter the gear in. Maybe I have to have a look at that at some point if we do some more races on this bike after today's video, but let's just try and get nice and tight. We've only got one more corner and we should be able to take all 3 medals. I think we are. This has not been bad, and yes, brilliant race. We stuck with it. It always takes about a lap, if I can't remember the circuit, just to work out where you can push the bike, and then that last lap was pretty good. I was really proud of that. Right, so let's get into the next race. Let's just check out the finishing times. I think we won it by at least a second, I think. Yes, just over a second. That's absolutely brilliant. Right, let's get into the next tour event. So here we go. Right, guys, for the next race, we're going to do the North Wales North Circuit. Now, this is a shorter version of this circuit. If you remember in my one of the previous videos, I told you that I like the North Wales road circuits. So we're going to stick on the Super Sport again for this race and get straight into this. So here we go. I think we're going to do one more race on this 1978 900cc Super Sport, and then we're going to jump on a different bike and maybe do a circuit race and really up the level. We'll do something really difficult and have a really good race, but hopefully we should be able to win this one. It's on a circuit that I remember. I used to love these circuits. I used to prefer the full circuit, but I think this is the shorter version, but hopefully we can do it right. But let's see how this bike does around this circuit. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the second race in today's episode, and we opted to stay on the Super Sport. I just think it has a superior top end to the Panther 500cc. The Panther seems to have a better acceleration off the mark, but I can't, in the other races, don't see any of the Panthers doing very well in the overall standings, but they've pulled off really quick here. A couple of them are bombed off at the start here, but once you get onto the longer straights, they really struggle against the Super Sport. So hopefully my tactics will work. Hopefully they will prevail in this race, but we will see. A couple of the Panthers have managed to bomb off at the start of this race, but if I remember, even on this short circuit, there is some really long straights, and that's when the superior top end of this 900cc Super Sport will come into play. Let's try and get up the inside of that one, so we managed to get into P4. So yes, there's a couple of Panthers in this race at the front, but whether they stay there is a different story. But this hasn't been a bad first lap. Can I get up the inside? Oh god, just made contact with that bike there, but managed to get up the inside, so that's not a bad start. So we're already in the lead, so that's absolutely brilliant. This circuit is just slowly coming back to the memory. Like I said, I had loads of races around this, a really fun circuit. I think I did quite a few online races around here. We did like quite a few laps, quite long races as well on some of the really fast bikes. I think we actually did some of the 1000cc bikes around here, and had some really good races. And but check out my ride series. I did quite a few videos on ride, and we're going to be doing, like I said, Valentino Rossi MotoGP 16 from next week. So there's going to be a lot of motorbike racing also, and MXGP too. So if you like motorbikes, this is definitely a channel to stick with. But we also do the car racing as well, guys. So it's just an overall racing channel, anything racing, and hopefully I will try and cover it as best I can. Right, let's just try and slow down into this corner. Slow down. Don't go in there too fast. We still haven't adjusted this bike. It still doesn't turn in as well as I would like. But in these races, you don't get to qualify, so you don't really get to the chance to alter it. I'm just starting the races and just trying to work with the best, well, just with the default settings. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't. But oh god, I almost lost it then. One on the curb. See what I mean? It doesn't turn in very well in those tight corners, but it's definitely good on the straights, and that's where I'm seem to be showing the superior speed to the other bikes. Let's see if we can get a nice drive up this hill going into the final lap. So it looks like we're definitely going to win this one. I think we've managed to really pull a really good lead, but we're going to really up the level, choose a really difficult circuit race for the next race, and hopefully a more sporty and faster bike as well. We've been on some of these bikes, they're not the quickest. I mean, even 130 miles an hour for a 900cc isn't very quick, and it doesn't get to that speed very fast either. But oh, that's slightly quicker at that split time, so we have improved onto this next lap. Let's see if we can just keep on doing that and not make any mistakes. Let's try and get the free medal straight away if we can. We've managed to pull out a slight lead, which is always good. So we're having a good start to this game so far. I mean, a lot of people are saying, oh, why do Milestone keep bringing out these games? They're not improving the graphics, the sound. But I'm going to make my opinions once I get through and I've tried out all the bikes. Once I've had a go on like Casey Stoner's race replica, Ducati, and Cole Fogarty's bike. Once I've had a go on a few of them bikes, then I'll make my decisions whether it was worth buying this game. But so far I'm enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it. But we're going to do a full walkthrough on this game, whatever. Going to go through all the tours so we can unlock all the bikes and all the remastered circuits. And yes, we've taken a win in that second race. Now that wasn't too bad. Really starting to get used to that bike, I must admit. So we take the win in that, get all 3 medals. Now, a few of you guys asked me, can you customise these bikes? Well, none of the older bikes, you don't seem to earn credits at the moment, but I'm not sure whether when you get to the newer bikes that you may be able to upgrade them. So I'm still keeping my fingers crossed you can. But let's get straight into another racer. Here we go. Oh, brilliant. So we've unlocked some more bikes. So these are in the 90s era. So we've unlocked the 80s and the 90s. So we are starting to unlock loads of bikes now. I cannot wait to try all these out. But we're going to try a few more in the 70s era first. So look, yeah, we've unlocked the 90s and the 80s. So let's try and work through some more on the 70s first. But we want to do a track, circuit race now. So let's have a look at what is available. And what... oh, that's a good one. So that's Imola. We've got Misano there. We've got Road America. Oh, there's a championship. We may do that in the next part. Let's have a go with this Imola with a 750 Imola Paul Smart. So this has got 84 brake horsepower, 2-cylinder. So it's a 750. Let's have a quick look at this thing. So this is hopefully quicker than the previous bike we've just been using. It's a lower CC, but it could be quicker. It may have better acceleration. So we'll get into a race around Imola in this. So it's a circuit race, so that should be fun. It may be a little bit more challenging, so let's get straight into that now. So here we go. So this is a legendary bike from the 1970s, a 750 Imola Paul Smart bike. This is probably going to be the quickest bike that we've been on so far. Hopefully we can do really well around this circuit. It is quite a fast circuit. It's got some tricky corners on it, which we're going to have to try and do the best on this bike. But let's see what it's like. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so here we go with this 1972 Paul Smart bike. This 750 is probably going to be a little bit better acceleration wise, so let's see if we can get a good start here and accelerate. And oh god, the wheel's going up. Oh god, this one wants to wheelie, so this bike's definitely got a bit more punch in the acceleration, which is always good. That's what I like. But let's see if we can start off well. We're going to have to remember this circuit. I haven't done this one for a while on a bike, so we're going to have to just try and do, as we always do a lap. Try and see where we can push this bike. But this bike does handle really well. This is one of the better bikes that we've been on so far. Feels like a proper race bike. It's got a better, seems to have a better performance so far. It accelerates a lot better. Oh god, well, we have to get really tight into that corner, but we're losing pace with the front riders, and we're only P9 at the start of this race. But let's try and get nice and tight into this corner. This has definitely got some really tricky corners on it, so we're going to have to be really good and try not to push this bike too much on this first lap. See, we've managed to pull away from the group behind us, but it's trying to lead with the 8 bikes in front of us. Let's see if we can get tag onto a couple of these bikes around this corner. Get nice and tight. Oh god, turn it in. Oh, it just went onto the curb there, but I think all the AI bikes went onto the curb there as well. Let's try and get nice and tight into this corner. Can we take a couple of bikes in there? Slow down. Oh god, that was good. We managed to take 2 bikes. Slow down. Oh god, just managing to get on there. Went off the curb. And we've managed to gain a few places. That is a really tricky section, but sometimes you can get really tight in and gain a few places. But we've got a really tough chicane coming up. You have to slow down, really slow into this. Oh, really hard to turn in. Oh, I lost a bit of speed through there. I think one of the other bikes are going to come up the inside of me. Yes, he is. I can't hold him off, so I'm going to have to let him go and try and gain a bit of time in this next corner. It's a really fast section down here, up to 120 miles an hour. Let's try and slow down. This is a really tough left-hand corner. God, you can feel the back end of the bike wanting to slide out there as well. Got to be really careful we don't tap too much power on, and that's just open the throttle now. Now we've just got a long straight here over the finish line, and that's the first lap out the way. We're sitting in P6, but we've got another 2 laps to go. Can we win this first time? It's not going to be easy, and they are really pulling away. I'm really going to have to do better on this second lap. Really going to have to go faster into some of these corners. Got quite a few bikes coming up behind me as well. Going to have to be really careful, get nice and tight into that corner, flip it over, go onto the curb as well. Trying to push this bike. I want to try and catch up. If I don't get into third, I'm not even going to get 1 medal, and we won't be able to proceed, and we have to do the race again. So we're going to have to try and get a podium place if we can, and that's slightly quicker through there, trying to not slow down too much and onto the curb again. I don't think you can really help it into that corner. It's really hard to flip it over. Definitely would have to adjust this bike to get faster times around the circuit, but that's not a bad line through there. Trying to open the throttle again and try and gain a bit of speed up the hill. Let's try and get in the slipstream, but we don't seem to be gaining much time on these bikes in front. We need to get past a few of them going into the final lap, so let's see if we can take advantage through these sections. Oh god, got a nice line through there, stayed off the curb. That should improve our speed down the hill, and I think it will do. Right, let's get into the inside here. We're going to try and take a few bikes. No, didn't manage to get into the inside, but let's see if we can take a few places into this corner. Oh, that was absolutely brilliant. See what I mean? In that corner, you can really stuff it up the inside of bikes, and we managed to get into a podium position, and that's what we need to stay in if we want to win this race. But let's see if we can slow down and try and get into these slow corners. They're really tough. Let's slow down. Right, flop it over, and that bike went over the curb and almost went straight into me. The back end of the bike just kicked out slightly, but just managed to hold it. Now we've just got to try and take over these two. If we can go into the final lap in the lead, maybe we'll be able to win it first time. You never know, but this has been a really quick race so far. As you get onto the faster bikes, I knew the level would start getting a little bit harder. Oh God, I've just been tapped. Almost went off the circuit. They've just managed to hold that. Oh my God, that could have been race over there, right there. But we've lost a bit of time through that as well. So the two bikes have just pulled away in front. I don't think we're going to catch him at the moment. But if we can just stay in the third place, at least that's one medal. But this bike, by the just coming around the outside of me, seems to have a little bit more top end than me for some reason. Maybe it's got a different setup, but we're definitely faster on that section. Well, damn, we've got two bikes. No, three bikes coming up the inside. Let's see if we can go to this corner a little bit quicker. Brake a little bit later. God, did flop it over. Oh God, that was really tough. Feeling the back end kicking slightly. Really trying to push and really trying to open the throttle as much as I can and just try and keep the bike together and not slip out at the back. Just trying to use the back brake slightly a little bit more than the front. I don't want to lose the front. Oh God, went through there, and I think we were slightly slow at that sector. We need to improve if we want to win this race, but if I can at least hold it for third, that still would be a good result. First time on this bike and on a circuit which I haven't done in a while. It does take a few laps to get it in your memory. I mean, I'm not using a driver line as well, so I'm trying to work out my braking points myself, and you don't know that always straight away on a bike you've never been on before. Let's see if we can get a nice speed down the hill. We should be able to get past him here if we can get a nice tight line, and I think we can take that one. We've pushed him out slightly. Can we take the other one? Yes, we managed to get a nice line up there, and we're almost 0.7 quicker at that split point. That's absolutely brilliant. That's getting nice speed up the hill, but this is where it's going to get tricky. We need to get into this section and try not to lose too much speed. Slow down. That's not bad line. Try and pull it round. Oh God, we lost a bit of speed, but we've managed to turn it in. Now we've only got a few more corners before we get onto that long straight. We need to try and pull away because they seem to be quicker on the straight than I was, and I don't want to lose it right on the line. Now we've managed to get into first place. First time as well, guys. Let's see if we can end. So we were quite 0.2 slower on that split point, so we're not as quick as the previous lap, so we're losing a bit of time, really slowing down around that corner. That wasn't really good, and now this is what I was worried about. Now they're going to catch me. Am I going to win this race? This is going to be so close. I can't watch. Oh, they're going to come up behind me. Look, they're gaining speed. They're right in my slipstream. Oh my God, I'm going to get taken right on the line. Are we going to win it? This is going to be so tough. It's coming around the other side of me and over the line. Oh my God, did I win it? I'm celebrating, but I don't know if I won it. Yes, we did! Oh my God, that must have been so close. I thought he took me on the line. Let's have a look at the results. Can you believe it? Not even a second. Nothing. Oh God, that was so close. Right, let's get into what's coming next in the next part. Seriously, guys, can you believe it? How the hell did I win that? We went over at the same time, but it gave you the win. But you got to take it. Right, coming up in the next part, we're going to tackle this championship, guys, on this bike, this Ducati 750 SS 1979. So it's a C Sport category bike. Let's just have a look at the showroom. Just have a quick look at it. So this is going to be coming up. So we're going to be doing 3 races on this bike. Hopefully it's even quicker than the one we just done. But please, guys, give this video a thumbs up and comment, and I will see you very, very soon for some more Ducati 90th anniversary on this channel. Thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye, guys.